We're live now.
Ganon?
Dean.
1, 2, 3? Baka naman.
We are live.
Pasend nga ng link. Send natin.
Just go to our page, Talk Alley.
Oh, yun. No, sige. Nasa page na.
Yeah.
Ayan. So,
well, first and foremost, congratulations on launching your page, your podcast. It was a good one. Yeah.
Thank you for the support. Kakasimula pa lang namin, but hopefully we get to interview mga people like you na marami pa na mas ma-feature. Ayan. Super exciting.
Sobrang exciting today.
Rihanna is a lover, so for the support.
Sobrang exciting today din kasi last minute nating inimbitahan si Irish at pinaunlakan naman niya ito. Thank you for being here with us. Carla can't be with us right now because something personal happened in her family and she had to be there. So we hope that everything will be all right with Carla and her husband. And we hope to have her in our show soon. Yeah, prayers for his fast recovery. So, and that's why Carla is not with us today. She was supposed to be our guest, and we are thankful that Irish was available for us tonight. Right. 1 a.m. in the morning in the Philippines.
1 a.m.
Yeah, 1 a.m.
Such a short notice, but Irish was our hero. Is our hero today.
Yes. Thank you so much, Irish.
Ayan.
So Dean, kamusta ka naman? How was your week, Dean?
Hi, everybody. I'm Dean.
And I'm Maria, and this is Talk Alley.
Talk Alley.
How was your week, Dean?
My week was okay. Still Women's Month. We keep on supporting the women all over the Philippines, around the world. And how about you? How are you?
Great. Yeah, still stuck here at home. Like everyone else in the world. But I know how you feel, so that's why. So the last episode, we had a wonderful time getting to know artist Juliana Helmuth. And today, as part of our Women's Month series, we're going to talk to an exceptional person. Can you introduce our next guest, Dean?
My pleasure. Our guest for today is Irish Inoceto. Currently, she is the chairperson of Iloilo Pride team, a secretary general of Gabriela Panay and Guimaras, and also a legal researcher with the Municipal Trial Court in Iloilo City. On her free time, she spends most of it on giving paralegal training to our kababayans. Grabe, what an inspiration to, ha? So without further ado, let's all welcome one of the gems of the city of Iloilo, Irish Inoceto.
Yay! Welcome to the show, Irish.
Thank you for that. I don't know how to say amazing bio, which I sent you. I was like surprised with the words gems.
Yeah,
because some people would say I'm a thorn on their side. So.
Just like Maria as a gem also of Iloilo. You guys bring pride talaga of Iloilo. Yeah.
Si din naman, gem din yan.
Gusto ko diamond eh. So, let's
It's also a gem.
Let's adjust.
Okay, so let's get down to business, team. So, Irish.
Yeah.
You are the chairperson of Iloilo Pride team, which, if you don't know, Dean, I'm also an advocate and a member of.
Yes.
Yeah, very proud. I've been working with them for how long is it? We started together in Iloilo Pride team 5 years already. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's start with the basics. You know, not a lot of people understand what an LGBTQ advocate or an LGBT part of the community is, or some people are afraid to come out or just afraid of the word as it is because they don't know, they don't have a clue about it. So let's go down to basics. Our first question would be, what does gay mean?
Okay. Gay is a sexual orientation. When we say sexual orientation, it's who we are attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
So you go back to how the person identifies him or herself. Usually, gay is a general word for queer people. So, but when you go to the specific, is it a person who identifies himself as a man and is
Mm-hmm.
sexually or romantically attracted to another man? So that's what we call gay. But
Mm-hmm.
when you go to Western countries, gay is a general term to describe homosexuals or queer people.
Or you can
So,
simply say that, for example, when a man is in love with another man in a very special way, right?
well, it's sexual attraction and or romantic attraction
Yeah.
because some people can just, have sex with another man
Or
but
have a,
not
yeah.
necessarily cons
Right.
consider themselves as gay. So, uh, what we do is we have sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression as a basis for describing who we are, but it is not a label that we put on other people. It still depends on the person's definition of him or herself or themselves.
Okay.
Right.
So, or gay people might choose to have a special relationship with someone and share their home and have a family together.
Yeah, yeah. Or they
Yes.
can have special relationships with more than one person, and you know, there are many variations of gay relationships. So
Right.
we're just putting it out there that there's no standard form for being gay or for living your authentic self.
Mhm.
Right. Mm-mm. So with that,
How
I have a question. How does someone know if they are gay? Like paano? Meron bang signs or I mean, as how would you know?
who asked that question, Dean?
So you're
It's a
asking,
general question.
Oh, it's a general question.
It's
I
a
thought you were
general
reading
question.
someone who was asking.
okay. Do I answer that question? So
Yeah.
as young as maybe 9 years old, 7 years old, we already know or we identify ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what toys you want to play with, or who you're attracted to, or which guys or which boys or girls you like, right? You go
Right.
back to your own childhood history. Most of the time, you're attracted to boys or to girls, but uh, for me, I didn't really ask myself who I was attracted to until I was probably 9 years old. And when my classmates started asking themselves if I was attracted to boys. And honestly, I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that felt strange because my
Mm.
classmates were girls, my playmates were girls, and they were saying boys' names. And I didn't want to sound that I was strange, so I picked a random boy's name. But I
Mm.
knew that was wrong. And nobody told me about the words gay or lesbians at 9 years old.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you just have to face yourself. But the question of coming out is a long process that involves not only yourself, but also your community and your family, I think.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
So, if someone asked you, "Are you born LGBT?" What would be your answer?
Well, I wasn't made an LGBT, so I was probably born LGBT because nobody grooms you to be lesbian
Mm-hmm.
or gay. They
Mm-hmm.
Right.
just my parents are straight. Of course, my parents are straight, and then I was made to wear Sunday dresses, had the very long hair, the girly girl
Right.
thingy. So I was made to be a girly girl or really a straight girl, but I still came out as a lesbian. So I think it's we're just born that way. I did not have any role models, lesbian role models when I was growing up. Most of the people I think around me were straight, so I didn't know where I picked it up or or modeled it from, but I knew that I was different from the girls around me because I was more attracted to women and I
Mhm.
was more inclined to wearing masculine clothes rather
Mm.
than the dresses that my mom was forcing me to wear every Sunday or every day.
Mm.
Mhm.
So it's not the influence of others. It's more of really of a
Mm,
feeling. So
yes,
you came out for yourself, not for everybody, or you heard from an influence from somebody, but you chose na, oh, ako to. This is me. I will live my life like this.
yes, yeah. You just have to be brave enough to live the life that you want to live.
Right.
You
And
So
know,
a
Dean,
follow-up question. Yeah.
most scientists, Dean, believe that sexual orientation is just a part of who you are when you are born, according
Mm.
to the American Academy of Pediatrics.
Right. Mm.
So,
So
so
how was your parents o ano ba? The question will be, how was your parents? How did they support you in this? Yung first time mo ba na nag-come out ka? How did they
how,
react?
yeah.
Ayan.
well, my mom, uh, you have to, I know you understand Filipino families, right?
Mm.
And especially for LGBT in the Philippines, we don't generally come out.
Mm.
Just it's just our parents noticing what we are, even when we are younger. And some of them are
Mm,
just in the space of denial.
Right.
But I didn't really say, I didn't really go in front of my parents and told them, hey, I'm a lesbian and stuff like that. But there was this one instance in my life that I realized that my mom knew what I was.
Mm.
Um, there was this altercation with some friends, and she kept shouting, "You're just brave because your mom doesn't know, or your parents don't know who you are." And my mom was right behind her. My mom came out of the car and said, "It doesn't matter who she is. She's my child, and I love
mm,
her."
mhm.
So
Ah.
that's when I actually knew that my mom accepted me for who I am, even if I didn't tell her that, hey mom, I'm a lesbian. I come out to people in public, but we don't generally I don't tell my mom that I'm a lesbian. I just bring home girls. So
Mhm.
That's even better.
yeah.
To show your mom
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Right. Mom, now you know.
Mm. Mhm.
Right.
Okay. So, do you think it is a choice?
Our choice is to come out or not. Our choice
Yeah.
is to have enough faith in ourselves, to have enough courage to come out or not.
Mm.
And our choice is to be brave enough to face whatever consequences coming out uh, will result in our lives. So those are choices. But do I have a choice between being a lesbian or not? I don't really have a choice. This is who I am. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
everybody has a choice. Actually, everybody has a choice, right? But
Right.
Yes. But
it's
of
Right.
course,
between
not everyone is as lucky as you, as we
or
can, as we
privilege.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, as privileged as you.
Right.
Not the same. Some of the members of the community are not lucky enough to have an accepting family, right?
Yeah.
What was
We are
like?
still.
Yeah, there are a lot of what are the factors? Okay, what are the usual factors that the members of the community doesn't want to come out, especially
Well,
in our country, for example.
the Philippines is generally religious, so majority of us still believe that being LGBT is a sin. Okay, so morally speaking, most of us still battle with that thought within ourselves that we may be sinful, we might go to hell, etc., etc. We get condemned by the community, uh, condemned by the family who are religious, who can't even accept their child because
Mm-hmm.
of their religion, which is bigotry. And then there's
Mhm.
also finances. Some of us don't have the privilege of having an education, having a job that they can fall back on when and if their families choose not to accept them.
Mhm.
So that's financial, religious, education. Those are the factors that might hinder somebody from
Right.
coming
Coming
out.
out.
There's also
Yeah.
security.
Okay.
Of course, some communities are so bigoted that it results in physical abuse, sexual abuse,
Mhm.
and there's also corrective rape in some instances, unreported instances. I think teen is hanging. So,
Okay. No, it's not.
uh,
It's just very focused.
okay.
Okay.
There's those are some of the issues that could hinder somebody from coming out. So
Mhm.
it's actually the community that hinders somebody from living their true selves. And
Okay.
so Dean just got hanged. Where's Dean
Now,
from, by the way? Where's Dean
oh,
located?
Luzon. Here in Frankfurt. He's from
Yeah,
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Oh, we lost Dean. I'm going to. So sorry about that. Okay.
Back
Yeah, so
again.
let's rewind.
Oh
I
wait,
think we were
we
talking
went
about
back. We went back with style.
yeah,
right.
with the band.
Yay! We went back with style, di ba? Tingnan mo naman
Yeah,
yan. Talagang super
No.
effort.
Oo. There
yeah.
are no successful there are no successful shows kung walang commercial. So,
Hindi
Mm.
naman
we
ako
are,
na-pressure ha. Grabe,
di ba?
maghihiwalay na kami ni Mike.
Ayan. So,
Anyway,
welcome
now
back
that
to
we're
Talk
back,
Ali.
thank you.
Ayan.
So where were
Did
we? Oh
man,
yeah, we showed a short clip from one of your activities. Can you tell us more about it, Irish?
Oh, Iloilo Pride team was one of the participants and contributors to the Southeast Asian Queer Cultural Festival, the first ever in Southeast Asia, and it,
mm,
it, it was participated in by the different countries in Southeast Asia,
Wow.
Philippines, Myanmar, uh, and Vietnam, Cambodia, Singapore, Thailand, and I might have forgotten some, but it was a really,
What was it
yeah,
called?
uh,
The Southeast Asian.
Southeast Queer Cultural Festival.
Oh,
Southeast Asian.
Uh,
Mm.
we- so we
Southeast
have
Asian
more than
Queer Cultural
40,
Festival.
yes, we have more than 40 contributions from literary to songs to performances to drag shows. We also had talk shows with the directors and producers of the films. One of them was Chat Roque from the Philippines. So
Mm-hmm.
it was really a big gathering of artists and their works and showcasing uh, Southeast Asian queer people, showing that being queer in Southeast Asia is part of our culture and it's not just merely Western influence. And we can trace queer
Right.
culture back to the culture of our indigenous peoples, the culture of the Southeast Asian, even prior to colonization.
So
So
I also saw in the video that they were showcasing. It's like an art festival, also at
yes,
the same
it's more of
time.
an art festival. There's one of curated art
Mm-hmm.
where you can walk through like a museum and you can see queer contributions like queer art, and it's amazing. So there were a lot of activities. It was a flurry of activities that you can barely keep up with, but it's still available in the page of CQCF, SEAQCF.net. And you can also download our contribution to the Southeast Asian Queer Cultural Festival. I'm going to plug it now.
Yes, please.
We have because of ASEAN Surgery Caucus and Global, Voice Global, we were able to publish the first ever Pagsulat Tuag Queer Youth Narratives of Panay. This
Mm.
is a compilation of the stories of the first workshop we had with the queer youth of Iloilo City, where we
Mm-hmm.
went to the communities and gave free creative writing workshops for the queer youth of marginalized communities. These children, these youth were not able to participate in any writing workshops. So we gave them the skills, the tools to amplify their own narratives, and we just compiled their stories. They are not voiceless. Uh, we just need to give them the skills to be able to tell their stories. And this is this is not ours project. This is their stories.
So the proceeds
And
of the
Wow.
book will
Uh,
go back to them.
yes, we have already started giving out copies of the book to the participants and to the contributors. Because aside from the participants from the communities, we also had participants or contributors who were published before, and they are part of these stories too. And we also put here how we went about going with the project, because we went to the communities and we asked the mothers, we asked the community to cook the food for the children,
Mhm.
because we gave them the financial capacity to be able to contribute also and show that this is not only our project, but it's also a part of the project of the community. So there's a sense of propriety from the community itself. There's a sense of ownership from them, that we are not strangers who went there to give something, but we are working hand in hand to create stories, to create a space for children to tell, not children, create a space for the queer youth to tell their stories.
We are
so the queer
So,
youth of
definitely
Panay,
going to
no?
promote that on our page. Yes, Dean?
yes.
And also Irish, this is not only a physical book, no? You also have meron din silang PDF for the ones who are watching right now. They also have a PDF file who for sa
Mhm.
mga interesado na basahin ang stories of the queer people of Panay. So, ayan,
Yes.
where will we see it? Irish, saan siya makikita?
Go to cqcf.net and then scroll through the contents, and you will see Pagsulat Tuag. You can download the PDF for free. These are all for free
But
Ayan
because
don't
it's
na.
worry,
in
guys.
Creative
We're going
Commons.
to make sure that you can see that in our page, so you will know the process of ordering the book, and it will help a lot
You,
of
you
children.
you just
A lot of
download
the
it for
followers
free.
will
Mm.
I'm sure a lot of the followers will get this kasi sino bang Pilipino ang ayaw ng libre, di ba?
Yes.
Ito,
So that's
libre
a good
nito.
point right there. So
And of
guys, if you want
course,
your
it will
Yes.
copy,
also
ayan, Irish
inspire
is
other
there,
children,
so Ali is
Dean.
here.
The purpose also of the book is to inspire other children, no? To
Mm-hmm.
learn more
Yeah.
Mm.
about their skills in writing. So that's also a very inspirational book, because their stories are already, already their stories are in that one book. It can,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So, uh, Dean?
Right. After that technical difficulty, medyo the
Ako
flow medyo
medyo,
na tayo, no?
I'm
We were
all
kind of
over
cruising with the
the
flow.
place. Exactly. I
Right.
was all over the place because
So
I was trying to deal with the technical issues here. And again, I apologize to everybody
right.
about
Oo.
the problems that we encountered earlier. And
Right.
so,
But
Irish,
Mm.
Hello,
For Irish,
Irish.
this
Are
is
you still with
yeah.
us?
Yes,
Yeah.
Irish, I
definitely.
read on your bio that you are also an advocate of the Soji bill. Could
Oh,
you
yes.
expound more about it? And a follow-up question for it would be: has this bill been passed already?
Okay. So the Soji Equality Bill or the Anti-Discrimination Bill uh, aims to penalize or to put guidelines how not to discriminate against persons of diverse GST or sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, and sexual characteristics. You have to
Mm,
understand that surgery is not for LGBT people alone or for the
mm,
LGBT community alone. Everyone has surgery. So even
right.
heterosexuals have surgery. So when we teach surgery, actually, the first one on the line is heterosexual. Sexual orientation is heterosexual. So it
Mm,
is a myth or a lie to say that the surgery equality bill is for uh, the LGBT community alone. Okay,
mm,
so it protects everybody. So we
that's
are
fine.
creating safe spaces for everybody.
Mm.
Now,
Right.
this has been one of the longest running bills in the country. It was first proposed by the late Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, the could have been president of the Philippines for a long time, and it took them like 20 years uh, to pass Congress alone. Okay,
Wow.
it passed the third reading of Congress. It has to go to the Senate.
The Senate.
That's how bills are made into laws. And then you have to go through the readings of the Senate, and then you have to go through the signing of the president. And at the moment, it just stopped with congressional approval,
Mm,
and then you have to go back when Congress again reassembles. So
right. Mm.
it's a yo-yo thingy. So
Yeah.
No, I
we are
understand.
still
Mm,
working on having it passed. That's why we have a call for pass surgery equality bill now.
mm,
Or but you also have to understand that in local local cities or local government units, we have our own anti-discrimination ordinances.
Yes. I was
mm,
about to mention
As
that. Yeah,
yes,
true.
so in the whole country, there are like 18
Mm.
anti-discrimination ordinances in cities and provinces and
Yeah.
municipalities. There's only 18.
Mm.
That means we are only protected in 18.
Yeah,
How
provinces.
many? That's so sad because that's really sad. I think Zamboanga also had one pass recently, so that's probably 19 to 20. So how many islands in the Philippines, how many cities, how many municipalities, and you get to protect only 19 or 20 cities or municipalities or
mm,
provinces in the whole country. So
mm.
Speaking of
for now,
provinces, Irish, how is
mm,
Iloilo City to the community, to LGBT
what
community?
uh, the Iloilo, no, the Iloilo province, if you're talking about provinces,
Province,
uh,
city, Iloilo.
okay. Iloilo itself, Iloilo province has an anti-discrimination ordinance,
Mm-hmm.
which actually protects the LGBT, supposedly protects the LGBT uh, in the province of Iloilo. And also, the city has its own anti-discrimination ordinance. And just recently, or that was 2019, uh, the province of Iloilo also passed the uh, LGBT Pride Week for
Mm,
Iloilo.
Mm-hmm.
So the second week of the month of June was delegated as Iloilo Pride Week or Iloilo Pride Month. So they have allocated the budget for the celebration of Pride Month in Iloilo, which is a
mm.
big thing
Mm-hmm.
because that's a support from the local government, that support that we can count on.
Right, right.
And as for the past 5 years that we have been organizing pride marches in Iloilo, the city government has really been supportive of us regardless of the leadership. So it really means a lot to us
And
because
also, the city government has its own LGBT office, right?
yes, they have relegated an LGBT uh, office, yes,
Yes.
for the city of Iloilo, and they're working on institutionalizing it
Mm.
and putting it on paper, putting it on law, so that
Mm.
whoever sits on as mayor, the office would still continue.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
It would
that's
not be
nice.
coterminous.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Bali, it's more those are the small wins, no? Those are the small wins
Yes.
that the city of Iloilo has made. You guys made the Pride Week, the Pride the LGBT community is represented. Now the question
Mm-hmm.
is how would the other LGBT community how would they support your advocacies? Like for example, the Soji bill should be passed, right? The LGBT
Mm-hmm.
people of course would like to gusto nilang suportahan yung Soji bill kasi like you said it's not just yung about sa LGBT community
What
but
more
also for
can
the
they do?
heteros, no?
Yeah.
So how
Mm-hmm.
would the LGBT community and us or yung mga heteros ganyan, how would we support the Soji bill? How could
Okay.
you
For now,
explain?
okay, last 2019, I think, we had the Pride Summit in Manila where the different LGBT organizations and networks in the whole country were invited. And we had Mindanao Pride, Manila Pride, and yay, Iloilo Pride. So we were all invited together with other university pride organizations and other community-based pride organizations. And we made a commitment to not only call for the passage of the surgery equality bill, but to coordinate and strengthen our network to have a bigger call for the passage or passing surgery equality bill. Also, that event also helped us to connect with each other, and to know that we can do bigger things like call against discrimination, make a stand against anything that hinders the rights of the LGBT community. And the key, I think, to ensuring that the Saudi Equality Bill is supported is education.
Yeah.
We have to educate people that the Saudi
Mm,
Equality Bill is not for LGBT community alone, but is for everybody. I
everybody,
mean,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, don't be. You may be heterosexual, but don't
Yeah.
you want your rights protected when you come home to the
Exactly.
Philippines?
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to
Mm,
be,
Yes.
it's not only, it's in your workplace, you can be discriminated there, and you're
Yes.
not LGBT,
mm,
but
Regardless of your
then,
surgery.
yeah,
Yes.
regardless
right.
of
Mm.
your, yeah. Some people are
Yeah.
discriminated because of their color, because of their status, so it's not about LGBTQ. It's about,
Mm.
Yes.
yeah, about every
Right.
person who
It's
needs
It's
a
for
to be
everybody.
anti-discrimination
represented.
bill. So
Exactly.
it's for everybody. It should be for everybody.
And also a
So
disclaimer for the ones who are foreigners. Foreigners. I mean, not Filipinos. The Soji bill is in the Philippines, so I'm not sure if it's in Germany that we have like such kind of bill, but we're talking about sa Philippines. So yeah.
mm,
Mm-mm. So
And now, thank you for that very educational information that we got from you, and I'm sure all our viewers and listeners also learned a lot from you, Irish. And now we're moving on to the next part of the of our of our
segment.
program.
this
Mm,
Yes,
this segment kasi we call this a bullet talk. Bullet talk, ha?
bullet.
So you get to choose
we're not
one
going to
and
shoot
then
you.
so mamimili ka lang ng isa and then we'll give you
Just pick one.
choices.
Yeah.
So dati kasi we had
Mm,
we had may time limit but now you can explain yourself pag nakapili ka na. So okay lang, okay?
okay.
And
Or
kung wala kang gusto
if you
sa
don't
dalawa,
want to, it's okay.
walang
It's
walang
okay.
Just
pressure,
pick one.
okay? Just pick
It's
one.
okay. I'm good with pressure. Yung
It's okay. I'm good with
hindi ko lang
pressure.
kaya yung pressure ng jowa ko minsan.
Ah!
Under pressure. So you don't have to explain anything, just pick one. We
Oo.
won't judge you.
I know what you feel, Irish. Happy life, a happy wife, happy life.
Pressure.
Yes. Hi Daisy, I love you. Pag ano na.
Yan.
Oh, I hope
Plug
she's
na rin natin
watching.
sa MB I Love You. Next. So, here we go. Bullet talk with
Mike is
Irish
right next to me,
Bill
so
Gates
forget it.
or
Okay,
Elon Musk.
okay. Again?
Bill Gates or Elon Musk?
Ang hirap nun. Well, I'd go with Bill Gates. He has
Bill
more,
Gates.
yeah, without Bill Gates, we won't have Microsoft. But, hello, Microsoft, baka naman. Pero, yes, he has been helping with the marginalized communities also in South Africa.
Yeah.
And that I appreciate, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
the
both
Malaria
capitalists.
Foundation, no?
Yes, they have those foundations. So, yeah,
Ayan.
Bill
So
Gates.
Microsoft, nanonood ka? Baka naman. Ayan.
Baka
So,
naman.
baka naman. So next
Yes.
question, sinigang or tinola?
Siniga. Oh, I just saw that one. I just saw that one. I saw that one on Facebook, and I'm confused about the sinigang and tinola wars because I like puchero.
So which one would you choose?
Sinigang, hands down. I
Yeah,
love
me too.
sinigang.
Yes. Sarap.
Follow-up question. Since you eat tinola din naman, would you like your tinola to have papaya or walang papaya?
With papaya.
If you've been to Baguio, their tinola has no papaya. It's more of sayote.
Yeah.
So
Sa'yo.
with or without, yeah, as long as it has those sayote or papaya, it's good. What is sinigang without sayote or papaya? Diba pinakuluang manok lang yun?
Diba? Diba? It's like half day.
Yeah,
Kulang.
yeah.
So what's
Let's
next?
move
Tubig
on.
lang at
Next question. Right. The Big Bang Theory or Friends. So it's series to
Big Bang Theory.
Big
Oh
Bang
my God,
Theory.
the Big Bang Theory. Oh, the Big Bang Theory. Yes, the Big Bang Theory.
Hands
Hands
down.
down. Hands
Yeah.
down.
Hands down. Ako
Fan
din, ako
fact,
din.
I've watched the Big Bang Theory before I went to Baguio. That's the 12 season. I say 12 season. 12 season.
Season.
12 seasons ng Big Bang Theory. And then when I got locked down in Baguio, the Big Bang Theory actually kept my mood up. If I was so down, I would just watch Big Bang Theory. I kept watching it from season 1 to season 12 again. And I'm still watching the Big Bang Theory.
Unraveling the mystery. It all
Yes, I
happened.
love the Big Bang Theory. I love Sheldon. I love Sheldon. Oh my God.
Sheldon, yeah. No?
Yes,
Yeah.
I actually have a shirt yung Bazinga.
Oh.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Bazinga.
Oo.
yeah, ganun ako somebody gave it to me, a friend from Canada gave it to me when she came home, and I love the Big Bang Theory.
But ganun talaga, no? Kapag you love the series, if it's your favorite, you will develop a short-term memory para you would watch
Yeah.
it again and again.
Yes, I watched it again and again. If I'm down, I actually open my phone and watch the Big Bang Theory. Pipili lang ako ng kahit anong season, kahit anong episode, and I would still laugh at it. I would really still laugh at it.
Ayan.
So
Yeah,
next.
yun ganun talaga, no? Kapag ka masaya ang pinapanood. So next question is apple or banana?
Oh, I love bananas. Yeah, I love
Banana.
bananas. Ang bilis balatan.
Okay.
Mas
Gusto
bilis
ko
mabilis
explanation mo, di ba?
balatan.
Mabilis yung
Are you sure?
Oy, mas mabilis balatan
Are
yung
you sure you
banana.
don't like bananas, Irish?
Well, I really love bananas. Really.
Oh.
When I was also in Baguio, I really had this craving for turon. And kasi walang ambulant vendors that time, I don't know how to cook turon. So, YouTube. Ayun.
YouTube University.
My friend here loves
Yes.
bananas too. Hello.
Yes,
Ah.
hello.
Yay.
I love the
Hello.
color.
The
Thank
color is
you.
nice.
Yeah. A little
Those are
advertisement.
from socks, no? Tama ba, Maria?
What?
Socks. This is from that's from socks, no?
Sock
Tama ba?
Monkeys Germany. Hello.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Baka naman
Yes,
sa amin dalawa ni Irish, baka naman socks Germany.
Just in
Baka
time
naman.
for this
Baka naman.
program. Diba? Rainbow Monkey. Hello. It's
Ayan. So this Irish, be prepared. This question is medyo mapapaisip ka talaga. Medyo deep thinking to eh. If you have a superpower, what would it be? You have two. Dalawa lang muna to. Flight or strength. But if wala
Flight.
dito sa dalawa na to, you can choose another superpower that you can share with us.
Well, flight, because I want to fly to France na and be with my girlfriend.
Oh.
Ganun lang yung kasimple. Lang, hands down. I would really go and fly now and leave the country. Yes, and another superpower would be yung laser eyes ni Superman.
The laser eyes. Wow.
Yung laser vision, laser eyes. I think laser eyes. Hindi yung laser
Right.
vision.
Grabe.
Oh,
So, hindi yung X-ray vision. Hindi yung X-ray vision. Oh my God. Hindi yung X-ray vision. Laser eyes. Shooting laser from his eyes. Like, so, para matunaw ko na yung taba ni Roque. And matunaw ko na rin si Duterte.
Next
Kasi,
question, Dean.
Ayan. Next question. Balot or Penoy?
balut.
Oh,
Balot.
yeah.
Balot.
Me too.
Balot.
Kahit may ulo na, you can see the head like saying hello.
Ay.
Ganyan.
Balut.
The next
Balot pa
question,
rin.
Irish, is really challenging. Yeah.
So, hindi mo gusto mo yung may sinisip-sip, ano? Ayaw mo yung binabalatan tapos kain ka agad. Gusto mo may sinisip-sip, yung balot.
Well, I think Penoy is just hard-boiled egg.
That's true. That's true. Iulam na lang.
So,
Nako, itong producer talaga natin na gumawa nitong questionnaire, napakatalino. The next question is, mamili ka, if you want to lose the ability to read or the ability to speak, which one would it be?
the ability to speak. Because I could always learn sign language, but I would never be able to live if I could not read. Since I was young, since I was really young, it was my fear that I would lose my sight. Kaya I read
Parang ako din
all
ata.
the books that I could have my hands on.
Oo.
And I read, and I even learned how to read Braille because I was too afraid to not be able to read if I lost sight. So
I already
if I
know
lost
how
my
to
sight.
Sign language.
Yeah. But it's the
So-
American Sign Language, so it's different here in Germany.
So do you know what the sign language is for lesbian?
For what? Oh no,
Lesbian.
not the no, I don't know that.
I will
Just the
teach you.
basic sign language I know.
Oh, show us. Oh, pakita mo
us.
sa amin. Or teach us. I mean, for the podcast,
Eto.
you wouldn't see this, so you guys have to watch this on YouTube after. But yes, for the viewers who are watching right now, ayun na.
Yeah. Really?
Yun lang.
Seryoso.
Ay, winner siya, winner.
Seryoso. Seryoso. Seryoso.
Hindi kami prepared
Seryoso.
doon, ha? Ang lakas ng sabi.
No.
Seryoso.
Seryoso. I mean, seryoso. You can ask somebody. Seryoso.
I only
Promise.
know basic sign language like how are you, sit or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Just short
So serious
conversation.
talaga
I
siya.
don't
Unit mo
know
is
what-
LGBT.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
L. Oh. It so happens na lesbian naman talaga ako.
Saka okay naman bagay. Bagay naman. Sino bang aayaw dyan, di ba?
Mabagay naman.
Isang ganito, saka ganitohin mo, edi... Right.
Okay, for the next question.
The next question is, covered in fur or covered in scales?
Fur.
What?
But maybe scales. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because you're
Because
asthmatic.
if kasi asthmatic ako, fur would be very bad for me.
Pareho kami.
Scales would mean Scales would be I'd be like a little bit slimy, wet, and the water. And then, di ba, slimy, wet, and in the water. Because I'm a Pisces, so
Yeah.
mas mabuti na yung scales.
Ooh.
Right.
Next.
So next question is: live in a cave or live in a tree house? Which one?
Treehouse. Depende, gano'n ba kataas yung treehouse?
Yung mga 4 feet lang, ganyan.
Perfect.
Pwede ako dyan.
Hindi pa ba?
Kasi-
Push lang yun.
may ano pala, may ano yung tawag doon, afraid of heights pala.
Oh yes, I have fear of
Push
heights.
lang
Yeah.
naman yung
And
layuan mo na
I
yung
have fear of
house.
heights.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't even climb that overpass and without feeling dizzy. Yeah, I really have fear of heights. Pero
Okay. There
conquer
are
it.
overpasses in the Philippines na biyaheng langit, as we call it. So, makakatakot talaga.
Yes.
Ayan. So,
Meron
next
tayo.
question, and the last question would be, live without the internet or live without AC and heating? Well, heating kasi
AC
dito kasi sa
kasi
Germany, for
heating yan.
example, meron kaming heater. So, basically, may aircon ba or gusto mong walang internet? It's a good question. Good job, Marie.
I'm sorry, I cannot live without internet because LDR tayo eh. LDR tayo eh.
Here.
LDR
Me too.
tayo. Paano na lang yung basic ko? Paano na lang ako pag wala yung basic ko?
Yeah.
Aww. Ayan.
Kasi nanonood.
So we move
Well,
on
basic
now.
ko, baka naman.
Thank you, Irish. So now we move on to the part 3 of our show.
Yeah, oh my God, may tatlong segment.
Actually,
the last
yan
part.
din ang sinabi nung last guest namin nung nag-move on kami sa next part. Sabi niya, ay talaga, starting pa lang pala yun.
Nag-umpisa, ano pa lang yun, refresher pa lang siya. Parang,
Oo.
Oh my God.
Get to know
Okay,
lang
fine.
yun. We still have 4 hours, so I hope you have time.
Okay,
Kidding.
hinama na tulog. Bukas pa naman yung trabaho. Sa Lunes pa naman yung trabaho ko, so okay lang.
that's okay. We call this third part, Talk Alley Goes Crazy.
Ayan.
That's right up my alley.
Okay. Okay. So first question. Is cereal a soup?
Yes, actually, I believe it is. Because when you put a lot of milk on it, you just have to use your 2 hands and sip it like soup. Diba?
I agree.
Ang ganda ng question.
What do you think?
Gusto ko yung
Ian?
question,
You think
pero
cereal is a
mas
soup?
maganda yung sagot eh. Gusto ko yung sagot. Na-explain din
Yes.
yung sagot. So,
Oh,
So basically,
Diba?
upon the definition of soup is a liquid food. So, diba? Yeah.
And I love my
naman
cereals
siya.
really wet and really filled with milk.
Wait, as long
Yeah.
as you put milk in it, because I know some people they don't eat it with milk.
Then that's not soup
not
if
soup
it's
na.
Not
dry.
soup na, yeah, exactly.
Oo.
Yeah.
That's
true.
ano.
That's true. So how about you, Dean? You think it's a soup?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well.
I mean, she explained it well. Why? How can I even, di ba, counter it?
Okay,
What's
next question.
Next
What
question, is
the
water wet? Ganun na
weirdest
lang.
thing you have seen in someone else's house?
Again?
Don't
Pardon?
tell lang ha. What's the weirdest
Hindi.
thing that you've seen in someone else's house?
Well, I'm generally weird, so I'm not weirded out by a lot of things.
Or maybe
And,
there's one thing that's weird for you, but not to them.
Or peculiar na lang. Very peculiar.
peculiar. Somebody else. No,
Somebody else's
I-
house.
somebody else's house. Well, I would really find, a house where it's filled with religious icons more weird than any other place.
Kala ko
ganun.
spiders.
Yes, because spiders are part of nature. So when a house has more spiders than occupants. It's more of organic rather than
You'd better you'd choose to live in a 4 feet tree house than live in that, no?
How about you, Dean? Have you
yes.
seen anything weird in someone else's house?
A lot. I go to a lot different kinds of houses, so siguro the
Mm.
most weird thing that I saw was ano. Is it allowed here not to say na pa?
Without
Like there's
mentioning the person, of course.
yeah, I mean, I saw one kitchen. Kung nasan yung ano niya, yung kitchen niya, andun din siya naliligo. So,
Oh,
Wow,
that's
really?
weird.
weird.
Ooh, interesting.
That's weird.
That's
I won't name
that's
names, but
well, that's sad actually. That means he has
That's
little
sad.
space. Mm.
wait.
That's sad tuloy si
It's not
Irish.
like totally sad because in Germany they have this old architecture that would
Mm.
like maximize the space. So for that to
Mm.
happen, they put the kitchen and the shower together. So it's weird. It's somehow cool. I learned something again. Ganyan.
I think I saw that one in one of the videos on Facebook, baka naman. Na yung mga, ano ba, yung mga space-saving uh, houses or homes, I think in Japan, I think, na magkakatabi-tabi na yung mga bugay-bugay. Oo. Yung tiny
Oo.
homes ba? Tiny
Oh, the
homes.
tiny homes. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called? What would you call it if
Crushed
it's not
peanuts.
peanut butter?
Peanut soup.
Yung malapot na ano. Malapot
Ah,
na
the soup can be malapot, di ba?
If it's not peanut
Diba?
butter, what would you name it?
Ground peanuts. No, peanut soup pa rin ako. I stand by that.
How about you, Dean?
Ah, I would call it Peony. I don't know because it's cute.
I
And
would call it
I don't
brown
know.
cream. The brown cream or
Brown cream.
peanut
Brown
cream.
cream.
No, not peanut. Not cream.
Meron pa. May sulat pa ako dyan.
What would be your answer?
Daisy.
Ooh, char.
Because I love peanuts.
Okay. Next question
Why
is
insider
not
ata
for
yun eh.
kids. Next question is not ideal for kids. So parents, please tell them that this is not for them. Next question. How would you quickly dispose of a dead body in a hotel room?
Oh.
I saw that one too. I've been watching really weird shows.
Ayan.
I have weird thoughts.
Yeah, really weird shows.
Well, disclaimer lang
Okay.
din, sa oras na to in the Philippines, it's 2 a.m. So, yung mga gising na lang, yun yung mga nanonood ng mga soko,
Yeah.
yung mga ganyan. So, perfect tong time na for them. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Perfect
Oh,
question.
I saw that one in Post. Have you seen Post? It's a Netflix. Netflix baka naman.
So how would
It's
how
yeah.
would you dispose
Yung
of a body in a hotel room, dead body?
I would call my friend who knows how to dispose
Ako
of a
na
dead
naman, my
body in a
God,
hotel room.
please.
So, basically, you would call Maria to
Yes.
dispose of the body.
Ako na naman
Yes.
tatawagin ni Irish. Oh my God.
Yeah, because disposing of a dead body in a hotel room is not a one-person job.
Well,
It
that's
takes a
true.
community to dispose of
Oh my
a dead
God.
body.
So, the
That's
question
true. Ang
goes
hirap
back
ng
to
dead
me.
weight, no?
So, the
Mabigat
question
yun.
goes back to me pala. Kasi
Yes.
natanong ko na.
Goes to you, Maria.
Okay, next question. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
Planted evidence.
You planted
Yes, I would be a
evidence.
victim of a planted evidence or illegal detention, illegal arrest, illegal search. Because, you know, if you can see, my t-shirt says, hate it when you call me terrorista.
Oh,
Yeah,
immediately they would think, oh my God, she planted evidence.
yes, planted evidence.
For
Everything
her
that
own
they have on
self,
her is
she
planted
wanted to
evidence.
go to jail in her own volition. Ako na ako na magpa-plant. Hirapan pa kayo eh.
Oh,
Ako ng
so,
Ako
pusa.
na, it's
Ganyan.
okay.
Oo.
taga na. Oh, eto na, eto na. Oh,
Ito
eto
Ito
na.
na.
na,
So,
ito.
my last question. Max, my last
Mm.
question. Why do you think that the aliens are not showing themselves to us?
Because we're too weird. Look at what we're doing to the planet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we're too weird. We like to destroy the planet and try to find new homes outside of our planet.
Mm.
And
Mm.
while we assume that they left their planet because they also destroyed their planet, so or they're trying to discover other planets. So
Mm.
we are just too weird when we don't care enough for our own planet, and it's like shitting on your own home without cleaning it up. That's really weird.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Parang nahihiya pa silang kilala nila tayo o nandito sila para to observe us.
Feeling ko
Parang,
yung aliens, nag-stop over lang dito pag nasisiraan sila ng vehicle.
But
yeah,
there,
I had
na,
a
probably.
choice,
there was this TED talk already na I
Mm.
think it was 2 or 3 years ago. There's this like an object that stayed,
Mhm.
and they thought it was an asteroid. But normally, that asteroid kasi it revolves because of the gravity, etc. But this one, it just stayed there. So
Mm.
the scientists now concluded that it could be an alien that observed us, and
Yeah.
then
It
it
could
just
have
left.
been
They're always
ano.
observing us. That's why they're not showing themselves to
Yes.
us.
Mm. Parang si
Oo.
parang
So,
feeling ko talaga, si Duterte, feeling ko talaga alien yan. Kasi puro craters eh. Diba? Parang hindi tao eh. Napakahayop, napakademonyo. Sa Tagalog ko na para
okay,
not for
okay.
the, oo. Tsaka si okay. Tsaka feeling ko talaga mga alien sila eh. I really
Ano,
feel that they're aliens.
disclaimer lang natin, the views and and
Opinions
Of
of
our
again,
guests.
Irish is her
of
own
not,
views and
ganyan.
yeah, it's not reflective of the views and opinions of the host, but is
Ay,
reflective of the views and opinions of the Filipino people who are
ay,
working against the perpetuation of the
yeah.
fascist imposition. I
Ayan,
like that one.
disclaimer lang
Lagay
po
mo yun,
yan, disclaimer.
Yes.
lagay mo yan sa disclaimer nyo.
Disclaimer,
Na,
okay?
Okay,
Tsaka,
Anyway,
so
let's go back to our discussion with everything on the LGBT, the I would like to end the talk alley discussion with this na generally sa pag-usapan natin today na nakita ko it's about love, no?
mhm.
Regardless of the gender, kung hetero man yan, kung LGBT man yan, we support each other, and I think it's about love, no? So we support. I mean, Talk Ali supports all of your advocacies, and if you can plug kung ano yung mga next events mo, all your social media accounts, you
upcoming
may
activities for the Iloilo Pride team.
right,
Okay,
you may
medyo
plug now.
madami-dami.
Please.
Okay.
Go for
So
it.
we're giving out the copies of this in the different communities, different schools, and universities in the Philippines. And we also have an upcoming activity, which is the lesbian, bisexual, queer women activism in the Visayas, and we are going to help increase the number of LBQ women who organize within the LGBT community, within the bigger community as a whole. And we are also ongoing with consolidation of the Iloilo Pride team, making it stronger, making it bigger. We actually have more than 100 members now, and a wider network, local network, and even Southeast Asian queer network. So the Iloilo Pride team is just trying to, put out the voice of the queer Ilonggos into the world, into the ether. So we are trying to create safe spaces for all. That's not only covered by the Anti-Discrimination Ordinance of Iloilo and the province, but we are pushing for the passage of the Surgery Equality Bill. We are also joining hands with the different uh, national democratic mass organizations, with the different organizations in the country and in Southeast Asia, calling for democracy, calling for safe space for everyone, including human rights defenders. And we are making a stand against state fascism on the issues of violence against the Tumandok, which is indigenous people in Panay. We made a stand against the kidnapping of children of the Lumad in Cebu, and we also made a stand on defending the democratic spaces of UP, or the upholding the UPDND Accord. So, Ilil Pride Team as an intersectional organization and a wider network for everyone, including the different human rights organizations in the country. We cover a lot of bases, a lot of issues. So we are not only working within Iloilo, we are working with the whole country in ensuring that democratic spaces remain democratic, and my views to be able to really fight against state fascism and to ensure that everybody has the quality of life that we have a right to,
Yeah. And we
that we
deserve.
deserve,
Right.
we have a right to. Yes,
Thank you so much,
everybody. Mm,
Irish, for
Thank
being
you so
mm,
much.
passionate, yeah, and inspiring
Very
a lot of
passionate,
people with your
inspiring enough.
work.
Yeah.
May you continue
sure.
to, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I don't often tell you this, but I'm really grateful that you're so passionate with what you do. And I thank
Hmm.
God that you're there helping other people.
Right.
So,
Yes, thank you so much
thank you
too for
so
giving us the
much for
space.
being with us,
Yes. Mm.
Yeah.
Dee.
Thank you so much, Irish. And
Mm.
tune in again next week on Saturday
Hmm.
on
Same
Talk Ali.
time, Talk Alley.
Same time. And see you
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye
Mayong
bye.
gabi, mayong aga.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Irish, thank you.
Bye. Thank you.